Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with just recapping these 1 o'clock games here before the Tennessee Titans game. I'm only going to be on here. It's 3:40 now. I'm going to get off at 3:55, so 15 minutes. Before I continue, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate if you do that. I have a subscriber goal of 250 subscribers, which I'd love to hit by the end of the year. So go ahead and hit that subscriber button if you're new to the channel. Greatly appreciate if you do that. Z Visions Duval. You're a Jaguars fan? Well, I'm a Tennessee Titans fan, and I think it's gonna be not a good day for the Jacksonville Jaguars this evening. I hope it's a good game though. I think it's gonna be competitive, but at the end, Titans need to win. Jaguars are 4-6. I think they might be trying to go um, for a draft pick. Good luck. Yeah, good luck to you guys too. I mean. But I just think my Tennessee Titans are going to come up a bit on top. So games going on right now: Bucks Falcons. Jameis Winston is a turnover machine. We all know that. But they're up 28-13 over the Falcons. Falcons have first and 10 at the Bucks 14. They'll try and score a touchdown. 9:36 left in that one. Bills up 20-3 over the Denver Broncos. They just got the ball back. It looks like 3rd and 3 at the Denver 41-yard line. Bears up 19-7 on the Giants. Giants have the ball first and 10 at Chicago's 15. Steelers up 13-10 against the Bengals. They benched Mason Rudolph in that game. The Pittsburgh Steelers did. Browns up 31-17 over the Miami Dolphins. 9:48 left in that one. Saints up 31-24 over the Carolina Panthers right now. Jets up 34-3 over the Raiders. I want to talk about this one after I go through the last two scores here. Seahawks up 17-3 on the Eagles. And then the Lions are up 16-13 on the Redskins. I want to talk about this Raiders-Jets game. I'm going to be honest with you. This is why I hear talks about Derek Carr possibly getting moved on from Oakland. This is why people aren't completely sold on Derek Carr because of games like this. Derek Carr is playing a god awful game right now. He is complete garbage. And I'm telling you this right now. This is why I hear these talks now. I don't think the Raiders should move on from him. Because he's a better quarterback than probably half of the quarterbacks in the NFL. But this is why you hear those talks. This is a perfect performance by the Oakland Raiders. Absolutely disgusting. I had the Raiders winning this game. I finally had some confidence in them, and they absolutely shit the bed. I disagree. Well, I know a Jaguars fans going to disagree with me on most things I say about their team. But I think it's going to be a good game. It's a big game, I think, more for the Titans than the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars, they should just work on draft positioning. They're not going to make the playoffs, obviously, at 4-6. So I think they should just work on draft positioning. I think you guys need a new running back. I think Leonard Fournette's a bust, personally. I think he's someone that a lot of his rushing stats are empty carries. And basically, I think the Jaguars need to focus on getting a new running back. That's my thought. Titans, I had the Tennessee Titans, by the way, winning 24-13 as my score. Browns are about scoring another touchdown on the Dolphins. Falcons kicked the field goal to make it 28-16 Bucks with 8:12 left in that one. This is Fournette's best year. Yeah, that's alarming that this is his best year, and I'm saying that. I'll pull up his stats if I can find them. He has 854 yards rushing. I mean, he's not terrible this year, but there's been some games that I thought he's been complete doo-doo. I mean, last week against the Colts, that scared me. Last week against the Colts, for example, eight attempts of 23 yards. Against the Texans, 11 attempts of 40 yards. He played well against the Bengals and Jets. He played okay against the Saints. He played well against the Panthers. That was probably one of his good games. He played really good against the Denver Broncos, but in the two games against the Texans, he looked bad. Against the Titans, 15 carries, 66 yards. That had more to do with Minshew that when you got against us earlier this year. Chiefs, he looked okay, 13 carries, 66 yards. He's only ran it in for one touchdown this year. He only has one touchdown the whole year. You would think if he's a running back, one of the better running backs in the league, you'd think he'll have at least 5 or 6 touchdowns by now. So that's why I think he's not that good. And I agree. I'm looking at the stats. He has been good. I mean, but the last 2 games he's been kind of crap. 4 yards and 23 yards. So, and those are against divisional opponents. He doesn't run well against divisional opponents, and that's concerning. That's 6 games out of the year for you guys, so that's concerning. I mean, and he had the same problem as Alabama as well. When he was in college against Alabama, he'll run well against everybody else except Alabama. Last 2 games played, Corey has been atrocious. Well, I've been saying that the whole year about my Titans. I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch the Jaguars closely. I mean, this is probably only like the 3rd game this year of the Jaguars I'm going to be watching, and I think your play calling is somewhat mediocre because at times I thought you were just protecting your rookie quarterback in Minshew, but now since you have Nick Foles back, you think you're opening it up. So we're going to see how that play calling is today for the Jaguars. But we're going to see. But Nick Foles, they should be opening up that playbook some for Nick Foles. But overall, I just feel like the Jaguars. They're right where I thought they were going to be at 4-6 through 10 games. I mean, they had that one good season, and outside of that, they haven't done anything. All right, hypothetical, right? I'm tired of these videos on ESPN. Man, keeps texting me. By the way, just some announcements of all of my YouTube channel. This week is rivalry week. There's gonna be a lot of previews for college football and like these for the YouTube channel. I want to get most of them out Monday, but my schedule does not allow me to do that, which really angers me. So a lot of them are going to be there'll be a few out on Monday, but most of them are going to be out around Tuesday, because my schedule does not allow me on Monday to really do anything except during the night. So I'm going to try maybe even videotape 1 or 2 of them tonight, to have them out tomorrow on Monday, like late at night, like midnight, 1 a.m. in the morning. But as of right now, previews that I know for a fact we'll be doing are the following. We will be doing Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, Auburn. We will be doing we will also be doing Wisconsin, Minnesota. We will be doing Memphis, Cincinnati. That's the 4th preview. We're going to be doing a preview that does not that's not going to be considered a top 25 matchup in Virginia Tech. That's a big matchup. I mean, there's going to be a lot of previews that are going to be coming out here this week. Those are 5 of them. There might be more, depending on some races in the divisions. There's also going to be a preview for every Power 5 conference championship game, and at least for the Mountain West and the American, probably for the Conference USA, and maybe the Sun Belt as well. Probably the Sun Belt as well. The MAC, I don't know. I'll probably end up doing one, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch much MAC football outside of the week night games. So I really only get a chance to see every MAC team maybe once a year of that. So that's why I might be a bit leery on doing a MAC football championship preview. Those previews are going to be out starting on Monday. On Monday, and I'm going to be getting all those out by Tuesday. And then I'll tell you the rest of the schedule from there on out when we get there. But there's gonna be a lot of previews this week. Wentz was awful today. He has been pretty bad. I picked the Seahawks to win because I just don't trust Wentz. I just don't. I can't buy into him. I mean, 21 for 30, 134 yards passing, and interceptions god awful. I just can't buy into him. Like let's see. There's going to be previews on. Here's the official previews that I'm going to be doing. Virginia Tech, Virginia. That preview will be out. I'm going to be doing a preview on Cincinnati, Memphis. Let's see what else. Ohio State, Michigan. We'll do a preview on that. Wisconsin, Minnesota. Alabama, Auburn. Let's see. We will be doing a preview on Oklahoma, Oklahoma State as well. And that is it. So there's going to be a lot of previews out this upcoming week for college football. They announced they're going to Minnesota. Man, they're going to be cold. That game is a big game, though. I mean, that game is going to determine who plays Ohio State. So I'm glad they're going there. I thought they were going to go to Auburn, but if they're going to Minnesota, that's actually a better game than the Alabama Auburn game. So that might be your top game of this week, and there will be a preview in that game. As I said, the previews. There's gonna be more out on Tuesday than there is Monday because of my schedule. But I'm gonna try videotape maybe one or two of them tonight, and then there's gonna probably be another one or two released tomorrow, and then I'm gonna do the rest on Tuesday. But basically, there's gonna be a lot of previews this upcoming week. And there's even gonna be a preview on a matchup, not a top 25 matchup in Virginia Tech, Virginia, because that's a big matchup. That's for an ACC Coastal Division titleship and also a spot in ACC championship game. And whoever wins that game, we all know they're going to get blown out by Clemson. But basically, there's going to be a preview on that. Yeah, they announced the last night's game. I'm telling you, the Arizona State fans went crazy last night. The atmosphere was crazy. Yeah, you were at the game. I watched some of the game from the TV. I was over at a friend's house last night. Yeah, I mean, Arizona State, they have a good crowd to support some of those night games, especially on national television. Some games are getting ready to end. Jets are going to beat the Raiders 34-3. What an embarrassing performance by the Oakland Raiders. Carolina just tied it up pending a flag. That's a hell of a throw by Kyle Allen. Look at that. Only wait where he could get it. Yep, tied at 31 and 9:17 left. But there's going to be a lot of previews coming out this week and next week. The Raiders play god awful, and this is what. And I said it before you came into the Stream Raptor 2.0. I said this is why no one has sold Derek Carr because of performances like this. I went on a rant about that, but I just did my top 25. I'm not going to read it off until Tuesday's live stream, but I just did it. Like a rough draft of it. There's still going to be possibly some changes. Like I already made 2 changes to it after I completed it. But I'll give you a hint. I dropped 2 teams out of the top 25. I'm going to do the top 25 when the committee does theirs on Tuesday. But I have the top 25 done. I'm actually open on it right here on my phone. And there's gonna be a lot of previews, I think, this upcoming week for sure. But this week's kind of a weird week regarding college football. There's 2 games on Tuesday, none on Wednesday. You have the Egg Bowl on Thursday. There will be no Thursday night lights on Tuesday because I mean on Thursday because of Thanksgiving. Um, I'm probably going to do a Friday night light video though, so stay tuned for that. Um, because no games. There's no like late night games. I mean, your latest game is going to be South Florida and Central Florida. Some of the games I'm going to be watching. I'll probably have that. Actually, I don't get that game. I only get Western Michigan and Northern Illinois on Tuesday night, so I'll be watching that game. I'll be watching the Egg Bowl and all the NFL games on Thursday. Friday, Virginia Tech, Virginia is probably your second biggest game of the day, if not your biggest game of the day. I'll be watching that at 12 o'clock. I'll also be watching Texas Tech and Texas at 12 o'clock as well. Um, when we come around during those 3:30 games, it's going to be Cincinnati, Memphis, and Washington State, Washington in the Apple Cup. And then I'll be watching South Florida, Central Florida as your night game. So that's basically the schedule for Friday. I always wonder, is your previews on two of your top 25 teams or the committees? Both, both. Um, even though last week, um, well, I can't say that. Usually both. I next season I'm going to do something different with the previews. Like they're still going to be there, but I'm going to do something different that I think everybody's going to like more. I'll tell you what it is right now. There's going to be a minimum of 2 previews every week, and every top 25 matchup will be previewed. And if there's not any top 25 matchups, I'll find 2 games to preview, like the best 2 games. Like I think it was week 3. There was no top 25 matchups that week. Would have just been 2 games to preview that week. And those two in the game in these top 25 matchup previews will not be part of the Wednesday video for college football picks. And I'm going to accumulate the record for the preview picks also into my total picks record throughout the year. I'm going to add a separate category for previews and have a record for that. So that's what I'm planning on doing next season because there was some weeks that I did like 4 previews and I was like, you guys are really only getting like 16 picks when I promise you are 20. So that's why on those Wednesday videos. That's why I'm going to be changing it. So because there was also some weeks that I looked at the schedule and I wanted to pick more games, but couldn't because I limit myself at 20. So that's why there's gonna be a change to that. There's also gonna be a minor change to the top 25 video. I'm considering it still. I'm not complete, so I'm not gonna really speak on it. And on Fridays, there's gonna be a hype and hate video every Friday for the Maryland game for college football. NFL is just gonna be Wednesday picks, and I'm gonna try to do recaps more on the primetime games Thursday night, um, Sunday night, and Monday night. I'm going to try to do more recaps on those because I've really been lacking on that this year. So those are some changes coming. Previews are going to be out on Mondays and Tuesdays next year. Top 25 video will be out on Mondays or Tuesday, depending on when I feel like releasing it. Probably Monday, and then until the committee, and then I'll change it to Tuesday. And then even though I'm still trying to make some changes to that top 25 video, I might not compare it to anything. That's the change I'm thinking of. But I always like comparing my top 25 to others, maybe not. And then on Thursdays, um, on Thursdays. It should be on Thursdays. I'm going to be doing Thursday Night Light live stream, and then any like breaking news. Same thing with Friday, the hype and hate video, and any breaking news videos or like news throughout the week that I want to speak on. So that's kind of the schedule for the next year. So man, that Wisconsin versus Minnesota is on 3:30 on ABC. I think it should be 3:30 Fox or primetime on ABC. You don't want that game at night, since it's in Minnesota. Minnesota, if you ever been there before, and even like in October, it's really cold. It really is. Like it's when it's like I live in Maryland, and when it's like 50 degrees and like right now it's usually like I think right now I don't know what the weather is exactly. But let's say I don't know mid-November day is 50 degrees. It's 25 degrees in Minnesota, so you do not want that game at night. Um, if if you're going to that game, like it's actually about 50 degrees today here, and in Minnesota and Minneapolis, it's probably like during night, it's like 20 degrees colder. So you do not. That's why they make those games during the daytime for Minnesota, even though it is only 45 there. But like on Saturday, like for example, Saturday they're calling for snow showers in Minnesota, so it's going to be a snow game. So that's why they don't schedule night games in Minnesota usually because of the cold. But Fox, I know the big noon kickoff is the game between Ohio State and Michigan. So and I think I'll come out and say right now I think Ohio State's going to beat them by 2 touchdowns. So we'll see what happens. Okay, let me give you another rundown before these games before the Titans kick off here. Bills is official. They beat the Dolphins 20-3. Falcons have the ball. They'll try and drive down the field with 3:39 left. 28-16 Bucks. Bears up 19-14 on the Giants. They have the ball. They're going to try to kick a field goal, I think, to get a 8-point lead. Bengals have the ball. They'll try and drive down the field. They're down 16-10 to the Steelers. Browns up 41. Yeah, Browns up 41-17 on the Dolphins at the 2-minute warning. 6:47 left in New Orleans, tied at 31. That game is actually a lot closer than what I thought it was going to be. 17-3 Seahawks over the Eagles at the 2-minute warning. Redskins just kicked a field goal. They're actually driving down the field right now, and they're tied at 16 against the Lions. Jaguars and Titans are about to kick off here in about now. So I'm getting ready to end this because I'll be back around halftime for a halftime recap. But hopefully the Titans win. I really hope we win. I hope Minnesota wins, but I think Wisconsin wins. The game's in Minnesota, so we'll see what happens. You'll see more on that either tomorrow or Tuesday. Thanks for watching. McD the Beast here signing off.